Okay. So if you're listening to this, 9 times out of 10, you associate with being multidimensional. You're accessing information from different dimensions. The way that you process things, the way that you see the world is completely different. The time right now is literally 444. So that should tell you something. And I even considered if I should go get my mic to make it better, but I said no. I have to say it why I have it. And this is how your mind could probably work, right? Because the thing is, in a world where a lot of people are monodimensional, meaning that they operate in one dimension and that dimension tends to be the 3D, you are accessing information from the 4D, the 5D, right? So with the 4D being like emotions and being able to see the disassociation in people when it comes to what they're saying versus their frequency that they are transmitting at that time. It is completely different, right? It's like, imagine somebody trying to say like, oh yeah, I'm fine. But you're like, no, your aura shifted, right? Your aura is different. The tone is not matching the words. Like, it's like you're deciphering things that even they haven't processed themselves yet, right? And so this is because you naturally are able to go into the 4D. And then when it comes to 5D, when it comes to, your ancestors, your spirit guides, celestial beings, that type of thing, you're able to access that much easier, right? It comes natural to you versus to somebody who is monodimensional. It's like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, what are you even saying right now? Because remember, someone monodimensional that operates in a 3D, they have to see it to believe it. They're not, and they don't want to question what's in front of them, right? Because that is like it's like a mind F, right? I'm posting this on YouTube. So I don't know, my parameters and what I can say in terms of cussing. So I'm going to be very, very light here with that. But it's like, you have to realize that you don't operate on that same level. So to them, it's like, oh yeah, you're different. But you have to realize this, you being different also triggers the heck out of people, because it's like, why do you think that, you know it all, right? Why do you think that you're better and you're not? And that's also the thing that may throw you off, because it's like, wait, I don't think I'm better. I just can't stand for the BS. I just see through the lie. Somebody could tell you a full-blown story, right? And you're just sitting there after they're done. Like, it is and it's not to say that you don't have empathy, but you also have a natural, like, smoke screen detector to where it's like you see through what's being said. Like, somebody could tell you a full-on story and they're like, I can't do this because of this, and I'm trying, I'm this and that. And then once they're done talking, your mind will process it like, you just made a lot of excuses. You make a lot of excuses. Do you not realize that, a lot of what you're going through is self-inflicted? A lot of what you're going through could be avoided if you would just be realistic with yourself. You make a lot of excuses. And you got to realize this level of bluntness, this level of straightforward in a world that likes to be coddled, a world that likes illusions, okay? They like illusions. And you've probably even been called delusional or weird. But in reality, you're not the delusional one. You're not. You're not in any way. What this comes down to is the fact that people don't go out their way to understand you, so they get comfortable in their way of misunderstanding you, right? It's not that people go out of their way to misunderstand you. It's that they literally don't, and they don't want to dive deeper into why they don't, right? Because then that is pushing past their comfort zone. So while you are able to access this multidimensional information, right? You're probably deciphering spiritual codes, right? synchronicities, and you're also able to see and pick up on those things much easier than the average person. You're able to receive those messages much easier than the average person as well. Okay. And this world may even label you as like neurodivergent if we had to categorize it. And I don't like to categorize things, but if you had to, you would fall in that sector, meaning that you process information, emotions, your brain operates differently, right? This is not a flaw. Okay? This is only seems like a flaw to neurotypical people because their mind is not accessing information that way. So it's like, why are you looking at things like that? Like, why are you overthinking? You're not overthinking, right? You're downloading things, you're channeling, you're processing. It's like you'll get a piece of information and somebody will take it at face value, but then you'll be like, wait, no, there's a hidden meaning in that though. But that ties to something deeper. And you may even find yourself like when it comes to, you naturally unmask people, right? And this also scares people on a level where it's like, why do I feel so seen by this person? I don't understand why. Because your mind naturally slices through the BS. So in a world that's comfortable with illusions, and I keep saying it like that because it's like and then people will think you live in a fairy tale, but you look at them and say, no, you live in a fairy tale. Right? So you may find a lot of the times that you find yourself unmasking people without even trying. And you pick up on things quicker than most people. And you may often find yourself asking questions like, does no one see this? Am I the only one that's picking up on this? And it's not that you're over analyzing. It's that your mind cannot just be comfortable with surface level BS, right? In a world that needs surface level comfort, you're just not there. And in part of your reasoning, right? Part of your being here is to be the dissector of illusions. And this is why you've gone through most of your life with people purposely trying to start things with you, trying to trigger you, or saying things like, you think you know it all. You think you're better. I don't think those things. I'm just not gonna allow you to minimize what I do know. It's not about knowing everything. It's about not being fooled. And that you question things. And in a world where people want you to shut up, they want you to not question things. Like when you question something, people take it as back talk. Right? And it's like, no, I'm trying to understand. And people may even think of your way of thinking as like out there or wrong. Or even if it's not them looking at it wrong, they start associating like you're some weird specimen that they need to study. But in reality, they don't realize that you look at them like that, because it's like, and it's not from a place of judgment, it's from a place of curiosity. Like, how do you not think deep? Like, how do you not want to know deeper than that? And it may confuse you that people are put off by your way of thinking, like, or your straightforwardness. People may feel like you're too much to handle, too blunt. It's like, no. There's nothing wrong. In a world that gets triggered by people, places, and things that do not operate like them, you disrupt it. Okay? And this is a part of why you're here. And starseeds tend to fall in the category of the multidimensional being, because you are. And you are accessing ancestral codes. You're accessing remembrance. And the world that needs to see it to believe it, you feel it. So you're not easily fooled. Listen, it's like 4:54. And I was like, oh, I'm going to wait, to do a video. But something told me no. Go ahead and record this. Because I'm sitting in the dark right now. I don't even know where my little, what is that, phone light thing is? The phone camera? Gosh. I can't even think. This is what I'm saying. The fact that I'm saying all this right now and I can't even think about what the phone light is called. My mind is processing thoughts a mile a minute.